Hey all, and welcome back to Astral Chain. To say things went a bit fucky-wucky last time is to put it mildly. We're now down to just the one Legion. I'm sure they could create more, but that's time we don't really have to spend. And as you can see in the beginning, things are going explosy-wozy, and I can't stop talking like a fucking Discord starter message, so you know shit's going to pot already. But hey, we've got Brenda on our side. This darker-haired, Bulma-looking character is here to fill out the anime side of things, but she's a really good doctor as well, so it's what counts in the end.
Oh, definitely, and I mean, Brenda really does help fill out the female character quota in terms of, having a good batch of female characters who are, good at their jobs, and actually competent characters, because often you tend to in video games generally, you do tend to have more male characters than female, so it is nice to have quite a lot of good female characters in the game.
I like the characters overall in Astral Chain. I would say they're stronger than the story, and I like the story, but I just find the characters drive things more and are more engaging. Oh. Akira doesn't really have much to say. Understandable, considering she lost her Legion last time as well.
And her father.
Yeah. Forgot to mention Max Howard kind of fucking bit it doing an anime trailer shot to save us.
You gave us all.
Obviously, there was no way in hell he was going to make it out of there alive. He might have done, proper anime dad, we can do this, but...
Yeah, thanks for pointing up on screen. I hadn't memorised all of their faces.
To make matters worse,
Having to put in the loss, it's just no shit, Sherlock, we couldn't tell that at all.
You might as well have just put your fault on each of them, really.
Yeah, it's they're all black and red, it's just they're clearly not the old guys anymore.
Production facility the hardest.
Yosef doing his shut up and pilot the Eva Shinji speech to us right now.
I'm sorry, you gave me a very small lever. I can't even fucking piggyback this thing.
That we have left. Naturally, we can't expect any sympathy from the Chimeras.
Because they're mindless monsters, just in case you thought otherwise.
So,
Can you imagine? It's oh no, you've been killing people this whole time.
I'm restructuring our center.
The thing is that is a pretty common trope, actually, all things considered.
Yeah.
Even from possibly a company very related to this one.
What could he possibly mean by proxy of what I possibly mean? Whatever, we're in charge now. Everyone in Neuron reports to us.
I saw what you can do. I was quite impressed.
It was really cool. I would have given you an S+ rank if you were playing on your post-game file.
Kept a hand on the leash.
I mean, you're not wrong, generally, apart from a few instances, it's not impossible to get, the highest ranks until you are, way far into the game.
Yeah, because, it's not just about doing fancily, it's about killing fast as well, and, let's just say you get better moves the more you upgrade your Legion, and right now we don't have access to all that many things.
Yes, but this whole bit here introduces a very interesting thing, is that, obviously, humans and legions working together, they work best when they are synchronized, but most of the other Neuron officers weren't really properly synchronized with their legions, whereas we've kind of gathered nearly full synchronicity. So that is what is going to allow us to be the saviour of humankind, because,
nice.
We're playing a video game, of course we're the saviour of humankind, it's just how it works.
Ooh, new program.
I had it prepared in case someone like
Gonna teach us how to do those cool, sick anime team-up moves that we started to do at the very end of the last chapter. The ones that are worth not only the most points, but worth the most style and the most damage.
Good stuff. Can I upgrade my Legion? Yeah, what is the button for this? There we go.
Don't think you can just yet, but you will be able to fairly shortly. This is the second half of the tutorials we're going to get here. We'll get a full tour of the facility and get access to all of them as soon as we go do that one training program.
Get all my stuff in there. Nature calls, it sickens me, but there you go, we've got it.
Don't forget to turn in the tarp.
Oh, it's It's ridiculous. It's goddamn ridiculous is what it is. Hey, shit a lord. I brought you top. Oh no, not again. I have literally blown feces up the walls.
And you know what's annoying is that there is actually a toilet in the prologue. So if you want to complete this side quest, you are going to have to definitely go back to that prologue if you weren't going to do it already.
Wow, I never thought to go back and look for that. I've gone back on my other file and S plus ranked the sucker. I didn't know about the toilet. Well, there we go. Flushing the fucking thing. Alright, do we have any blues here? Do you got any blues?
There are blues here, but I think they open up after we do the first tutorial.
Okay, I'll go and do my training.
As you damn well should. I mean, like, you've got to play the game, goddammit, Tom.
You want me to turn this thing around and play the game for you? I hear a familiar voice and hijinks are about to ensue.
Oh, it's the best hijinks!
Oh, Marie, you'd lose your head if it wasn't a giant furry dog. Well, this is someone's fancy, but, don't know who exactly.
I like how they don't even make it, you know, hide the fact from us that, yes, it is Marie in the Lappy costume. You know, ignoring the fact that they share the exact same voice and mannerisms.
Superman, Clark Kent, etc.
You must be the new recruit I've heard so much about.
That's not quite how that works, but either way, Lappy is amazing and I love Lappy.
Don't you mean terrifying, as we'll see in these cutscenes soon?
Just fucking appears out of nowhere like the Slender Man.
Safety awareness.
Yes, but also still absolutely incredible. I do love that they did end up going with this design, because actually in the art book they had a couple of, I think, ideas of what Lappy or the mascot character was going to be, and sort of one of them was like a little robot type thing, but yes, they ended up going with Lappy the dog, and I think there were actually other colours of Lappy that they sort of tried out as well, but they ended up settling on yellow here, and I think it works out quite nicely.
Yeah, it contrasts the blue and the red.
Yeah, there was. I'm looking at it right now. Apparently, there was going to be a black-colored Lappy, but it had a beard. Which, interesting. Don't know about that.
And there you go, the things you already know. But Lappy said them.
Speaking of jobs, I just remembered I've still got a whole mountain of paperwork to file today.
It's very impressive that a dog can do paperwork at all, considering they don't usually tend to have thumbs.
Or stand upright for extended periods of time.
Yes, thank you, Tanner. That was the other obvious thing that differentiates Lappy from regular dogs. Oh, think we're gonna get something super useful here. No, no, no!
Hail Hydra!
Peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots. There you go, we got fast travel.
There, with Lappy's secret shortcut.
I have to say, like, the fast travel around this place is really helpful.
It really is, yeah.
It is actually necessary to get to some of the locations too that we'll get on there, because there's some that you can't get through necessarily just by walking around the HQ.
You're not wrong.
Interesting. Alright, let's try the new program out. What you got for me this time, computer?
Congrats on becoming a Legionist. Not just anyone.
Lappy is everywhere. It's like the Majima system in Yakuza.
With the help of this special
Oh, Rock-chan.
the commander.
Fuck. Anyway, let's do some training, because I want more cool things. Oh wow, we got a lot here. Right, let's do some sync attacks.
Oh, thank God for the sync attacks, because really, they are what makes the combat in this game satisfying.
It's what makes the combat feel good. I would say, honestly, until like the end of Chapter 2, Astral Chain is not really a fun game to play. Then it becomes much more fun.
Absolutely, I absolutely agree.
I mean, I have to say, I do think that I understand why they went with this process. But I don't think that it is necessarily the right approach for action games in general. Like, obviously you've got to have a scale to being able to build up from basics to sort of the more fancy play. But a lot of Platinum's other games allow you to pretty much from the beginning still be a badass. It's just that you go from a badass to an even bigger badass. Whereas in Astral Chain you go from to badass. So it's sort of, the scaling's a little bit off for me.
Well, if you think about it, isn't this the only Platinum game where you play as a regular human at the start? Every other one, you're some type of, like, either hardened combat dude or some type of god or superhero. In this, you just start off as a cop.
Yeah, no, you are not wrong. I mean, the only one where I would say not quite, but it's only for like 2 minutes, is the Wonderful 101, because you start as a school teacher. But obviously, school teacher who's actually a superhero, so...
Now, here's something that you may have seen in another Platinum game, and...
Rising.
Well, yeah, if you were paying attention, the other Legions actually had certain Platinum game standards about them as well.
Yeah, so as soon as I saw this, I kind of realized, oh, is this game Platinum Games the game? Because a lot of the different powers we get all seem to kind of take some inspiration from different ones. I mean, even the way that you line up the Legion with the other control stick reminded me a lot of playing the Wonderful 101, where you line up the characters and stuff. So when I was playing this, I'm like, oh, this game is just literally Platinum saying, let's take everything that we've done and kind of smush it all together.
I mean, I have to say, that is something that Platinum do actually do quite a bit, to be honest. Like, if you look at their sort of, the way that they've gone with their games, you can always see them building on what's come before it. So, before Astral Chain, the Wonderful 101 was very much... it was very much the Hideki Kamiya of games, because it basically it's constructed of everything that makes a Hideki Kamiya game a Hideki Kamiya game. Mm-hmm. And so coming to Astral Chain, yeah, it is exactly that. It is the accumulation of everything that Platinum have done before. And I mean, I love that approach, because in a way it really makes things satisfying for people who've been been following the company's games for a long time. It's an approach that I think is very rewarding for long-time fans.
Gotta be honest, I'm not very good at doing this slashing thing.
So I was going to say, this mechanic here is basically when the enemies attack, you can kind of see they have like a red line in them. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to try and slash it. I definitely recommend, like, if their line is vertical, you go horizontal, so that you kind of line up, so that you can kind of break their soul line or whatever. It's not something I found myself ever really doing in combat. There's a couple enemies that you have to do something for, but their line is so much bigger that it's way easier to do it. Versus here, where it's definitely a bit tougher to get that lined up exactly, and every time you do that slash, it does take extra meter out of them. You can kind of see it flowing in them there, which you can use the focus there, which slows down time to make it a bit easier. Mm-hmm. It's good if you're good at the timing of the I forget the name of the system. Zandatsu, is it, in Rising there? Yeah, if you're good at that, you'll be good at this. But if you weren't as good, you probably have a bit more trouble. It is good for solving puzzles, though, which we'll see in this instance.
I don't usually counter-slash at all, but I do like using the slash to solve puzzles and the like.
Definitely. I mean, I would say with the counter-slash, obviously it's intended to be like Rising's, but the thing that Rising did better is that generally you did that slashing to finish off enemies, and it was the target that you were aiming for was always a lot clearer because it was sort of a little white box on the model, whereas this is obviously sort of you're looking for flowing red lines becoming flowing blue lines, and in enemies that are perhaps already blue, it's a little bit harder to see.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Well, that tutorial nightmare is done. I'll edit that down for the non-com one, but on the commentary one, you are SOL. Well, we were having a meaningful conversation over it, you know?
Exactly, and whenever you have sort of meaningful conversations, it's always interesting to listen to, even if it sort of does go on a little bit, as I tend to do, you know.
Yeah, okay. Chain jump. Something I should have done a lot more of in my actual base playthrough.
So the chain jump is good for two big things. One is for obviously jumping for platforming, as you let you send out your legion and then have them pull you over. But this is how you can do air combos: is you send out the legion, you then have the legion in the air pull you up, and then from there you can do your air combos. It sounds a bit complicated, but it's pretty easy once you sort of figure out how to actually the muscle memory of it. It is a good system for allowing you to easily jump around the battlefield, to do air combat, do even, get grounded to grounded combat. It's a good system. It just takes a bit of getting used to, as it's not just a single jump button.
I'll bet you think you can only move straight ahead with chain jumps, huh?
Well, you'd be wrong, you dumb motherfucker. Watch this.
You hook the chain around a pillar, you can curve your jump.
Here's another thing I didn't really use as that much unless it was for puzzle solving.
Yeah, I only really ever use this for platforming, and I would say it works mostly well enough. However, I would say that this type of chain jumping was the more difficult one, because certain times where it expects you to use it, it can be very dodgy if you don't have enough length on your chain, and also it's where I most often encountered glitches with jumping, because if you're not angled just right, you end up hitting something and dropping down to your death, and that's not fun.
No one would say Astral Chain is perfect, there is a fair amount of jank to it, but everything else kind of supersedes that jank for me in the end, and it ends up being mostly a great game.
Oh, definitely. I think, as much as I love Platinum, and I will say they're one of my favourite developers out there, they do always end up having some level of jank in their games, but generally it's a level of jank that, one, can be forgiven, but also it's a level of jank that ends up making it very interesting and generally fun to play, apart from, I'd say, the chain jumps round corners in this one. That did annoy me in this one.
Remember how you hooked the chain around a pillar before?
So this is teaching us about not only can you use the chain jumps to go into the air, but you can actually do the wraparound pillars on enemies, and as you do that, you will you'll attack when you try and jump. Basically, you kind of half wrap it around them so that when you get pulled, you kind of whip past them. It's not something I did a lot in combat, but it is something that you can do for some quick, easy damage if you have a lot of mooks you got to take care of.
Yeah. Don't really work all that well for the big fellas, but for the little tykes, hey. I'm a serious student.
What's up next?
And that's it. I think we're done.
We are indeed.
See you soon.
Might as well check to see what reward we get for being a serious student. Oh, I hope it's a fresh $20 bill.
Oh, here we go. It's time to start upgrading the Legion. You were pretty cool in there, apart from that one tutorial that you kept stumbling over, you dumb bitch.
I mean, if it
It's okay, I'm just mad because Dad's
I'd
dead.
be using that thing to try to save Dad right about now.
Okay, Akira, I'm gonna assume that's the anger talking, and I'm just gonna let it slide.
Obsessed with chimeras.
You know, it's whenever you have a set of twins, there's always an angsty one.
I assumed it would be me, but apparently not.
I know he is.
I mean, yeah, you would assume it's the, the one who's got the serious face and is, mute. rather than the other one, but clearly, like, there's a lot of angst going around in this family.
Sure is, mate, sure is. Alright, Legion learning. You got skill trees and whatnot, that's basically it. Okay. Da-da-da. Just making sure there's no blue things right now. We're good. Yeah. Legion color slot 20.
So that means we get to customize one of our Legion's colors.
Should we do that first before we do the thingamabob?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Fine, it's a forced tutorial, we have to do it. Legion learning, here we go. We got some points, we're gonna put them into points and whatnot. Yeah, here we go.
This is one of the best ones, where basically as soon as you do a perfect dodge, you'll get a sync attack right after, meaning that you don't get your witch time, but you do get a sort of a pretty invincible attack to do while the enemy's attacking you. So if you're ever in a bind, do a perfect dodge, press that sync attack button, and you'll have him come out, do an attack, and you're fairly invincible during it.
Cool. Oh, round sword. I'll get that in like the next level or whatever, it's fine.
I want the Virgil summon sword!
We'll get to power charge for now, that's good enough. And abilities is just stuff you can pop in, like, does a little bit of extra damage. Annoys Pat, because he can't pass these shit very well. Don't know why you're laughing, Richie, you don't even watch them.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm just laughing at somebody else's pain.
That's cool, mate. We all do that from time to time.
Actually, the call burst one is pretty interesting. Basically, it gives you a shockwave whenever you call out the Legion, meaning that you can sort of stun enemies just by calling them out. It's pretty good to get this early. They are random, the ones that you get.
Oh yeah, and I mean, so basically the abilities bit it's effectively like the chip system in Nier Automata, isn't it?
Oh, it's basically the same. The only difference is these ones have like sub-abilities that kind of go with them.
Here we go, down and nerdy. We've got to get a material code. This is where we'll upgrade our X-Baton and the Legagata. I literally forgot what it was called while I was... Oh my god! Well, howdy there, partner. I sensed your key and just transported right over using the instant transmission.
Extra edge in combat. They've got you covered.
Yeah, Lappy has... Well, it's the Lappy shortcut, which it's an incredible skill. Like, really, we should be using it in the field.
The genius in charge of tuning up and tricking out y'all.
So this character here, Tabitha, remember how I said since all the NPCs use your creative character parts, Tabitha looked almost exactly like my creative character, because, you know, I had to make a short-haired girl. It's kind of my thing.
Yeah, I know. Look alright, I'm only using the X-Baton they supplied me with.
I know, it's just like, I mean, you could have given us, like, all the goodies, like, for God's sake.
I think they're running a bit low on supplies right now, so I won't judge too much.
To be fair, this is kind of like a cop being like, what, you don't have etchings on your gun? What are you, boring? It's like, what, that gives no tactical advantage.
Yeah, I guess.
Tell him you need material codes.
Oi, Ted, you daft fuck, look up!
I don't trust this Ted fellow.
Oh, sorry.
No, I don't either.
Sorry, I was just revisiting a few of my favorite explosions.
Huh?
Ted Garcia, at your service.
Okay,
Oh, right.
Lappy is just there, watching all the time.
Material codes, huh? Well, you have to go through the proper procedure. Gotta keep track of our inventory, yeah?
Well, Lappy's got to finish the tour, but Lappy can't finish the tour until we're done here.
Well, I'm fucking purchasing stuff, so you can hold your horses, mate. Thankfully, this one is free, because it's a tutorial one.
Yeah, you can buy some grenades, stun grenades, and time bombs, which you can kind of pop out in combat. I never found myself using them too much. Sometimes I'll see one in my inventory and just go, well, I might as well use it if I have one. But it wasn't something I went out of my way to use. But it's something you could probably do some crazy stuff with if you're one of those platinum combo video maker people.
Alright, what should we go with? Ooh.
Upgrade.
Big sword.
I think we kind of have to. I'm in, like, later file mode right now and not tutorial mode, you know what I mean? Let's see.
I think you can upgrade your X-Baton again, and you'll get a new attack.
Me likey.
We get the charge attack, which is really good because that lets us do, you hold the button down for a different attack, and the charge attack has its own sync attack. So, see, as you upgrade your X-Baton there, essentially the more attack types you get, the big difference comes in that each of those attack types has a different sync attack for each legion.
Oh.
So, while the list of moves seems smaller at the get-go than other Platinum games, once you start to realize that it kind of branches out because you have 3 weapon types, and each weapon type has its own sync attack with all 5 of the legions, so that's a lot when you start thinking about all the different ones you get.
Alright, I'll capture you what soul is left, Lappy, in this cameraman. Yeah, take a picture of all them guys.
So this kind of broke me, because anytime a game has a thing where you get rewarded for taking pictures of NPCs, of enemies, I just never stopped taking pictures and have even lost a couple battles because of the fact that I was too busy taking pictures.
No, totally. Well, I've not necessarily died because I've been taking photos, but yeah, I do that a lot. Like, you give me the option to take photos and you give me rewards for taking said photos, I'm gonna bloody do it, like, God.
And away they stroll.
The gallery in Wind Waker there, where you take pictures of enemies and bosses and you bring them in for rewards. Even all the NPCs give you them. Essentially what you do is when you take their pictures, not only do you get little bits of reward money and work towards achievements, but their data gets uploaded to the database so that you can read up on their history, learn who they are, check out their model, all that good stuff.
I'm just gonna walk around like this now.
I mean, this completely goes against the FOIP of this place, the Freedom of Information Prevention Act. But hey, whatever, who cares? We're a cop. We're super cop. We do what we want.
Yeah. Gotcha. Roy Stewart. Alrighty. And who's your friend? Lee Fang Mayers. You sound like a Metal Gear character.
Little bit.
Looked like a Metal Gear character as well, actually, to be fair.
A little bit. Oh, Gladius tutorial. This was honestly my go-to most of the time.
It's really fun to do those just big hitting moves, and especially when, say for instance, you lock up an enemy in a chain bind there, then you can just do some big hits with it.
Da-da-da, yeah.
The Gladius is definitely my go-to weapon in the game. I think also because generally you're using your Legion to do most of the heavy lifting in terms of damage, so you're generally able to get away with sort of the slower, heavier hits with your own character because they're generally the ones doing most of the work.
Alright, I'm good. Put me in, coach. Baton mode. Yeah, there's a lot of preamble to this particular file, but it's all stuff we need to know, and I especially need to relearn before we go out.
Yeah. To remember what it's like to be back to level 1.
There's a joy in going back to the start with all your basic equipment and starting over.
And you appreciate that grind.
Yeah, I'm all about that grind. You ready, you bitch? Let's go.
So as you can see, our combat has severely upgraded from where we were before. Being able to link our moves into each other, being able to do sync attacks. If an enemy is attacking us, we can perfect dodge into a sync attack. We are much stronger. Have you used the charge attack yet? Because we just got that.
There you go.
It's like a little backhand slash if you want to be Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars.
I do. Just gotta ignore that. Ah!
We got a round of speedy boys here who you remember us fighting in the beginning. Well, they aren't speedy enough for us now. We can take them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, this is really the moment where everything with Astral Chain just clicks.
Where am I coming? He jumped out of the way just as I was doing my attack.
As you can see, you even have some sync attacks that get started from sync attacks, meaning that you'll have some where you can do a full combo with your Legion there.
Nice! Yeah, seems to be glowing red as well, Rock. Oh, it's gone now.
You seem to have gone Super Cop Kaioken.
Super Cop God. Ugh. Imagine that's a lot of people's worst nightmare. Yeah, come on. Come on. Yeah. Booyah!
So as you can see by reading it, it basically, a lot of the bonuses are just, hey, you did this in battle. Good job.
Yeah.
The only one that you kind of have to think about is if you're going to use items, you either want to use no items and get the bonus, or use a lot of items and get the bonus. There's no bonus for just 1 or 2 items. Your choice is either spam them items or just use a couple.
Oh, not very good at dodging projectiles. My reflexes haven't been the same since Star Fox 64.
So even the gun here does get a charge attack, which has its own set of sync attacks. So there are multiple. Every time you get an upgrade for your weapon, it is applied to all 3 of its forms.
Oh yeah. Put him away a little bit. Yep.
We also have that power charge ability on our R button, which just powers up the sword there, sword user. And it is very good that you get to equip 2 of them, because there's some that can interact interestingly with different legions. So we'll get to experiment around with some of those as we go on. Though, of course, Virgil Swords is one of them, and that is the coolest ability ever, so I don't think we will unequip that ever. Right, Tom?
No, sir.
Yeah, Virgil Swords are a pretty awesome one. The other really cool thing, from what I remember actually, with those is that I can't remember whether they level up as you use them. Am I remembering that correctly?
I actually am not sure, because I don't remember them leveling up.
No, it's not that you level them up, it's that you get orders if you use them X number of times. That's what it is. I was going, I know I got something for experimenting using them, and it was that.
Pretty much in this game, you get the orders for doing anything, so you'll get a bunch of them.
Yeah, that felt like a D.
Yeah, it looked like a D as well.
Thanks, mate. Alright. Big swingy swordy time. This one I actually need to run down because I haven't used it before.
You swing it. There you go. That's your answer.
Thank you, Richard.
I'm a large fan of just giving cops, like, 2-handed broadswords.
Let's not go there. Ah!
So yeah, the Gladius here, as we said, it is the big hitting weapon. You use it, you deal some pretty heavy damage. Its charge attack is pretty strong too. It is big and slow, and boy, will your attacks be. If you get some super armor type stuff, they can be very useful with it to make sure that your attacks don't get interrupted. One of the best things you can actually do is have your Legion distract an enemy, and then you sort of deal with the enemy on the other side, leading to some fun stuff. It's fun. It's a good weapon. Give cops broadswords 2020.
Agreed.
Not sure about that.
But it'd be better than giving them guns.
I'm not sure about that either. Oh, I'm kicking your ass over here.
This guy's really good for practicing your perfect dodges, as he spins around a lot, which is pretty easy to flip backwards on to get your sync attack with going. Remember, them back attacks give you bonus damage.
I know what I'm doing.
I was talking to the audience, Tom.
Sure you were. Come on. Come on, Tom, lock on.
So one nice thing though is you don't actually have to have your Legion out to get the sync attack going. You can get it started with you just doing a combo without the Legion, and then when you press the button, it will call them out, and that will start to do the damage.
Definitely. I mean, one of the other things that is useful to get, so it's one of the skills that you unlock on your tree, and I believe it's called Perfect Call. So if you get a perfect dodge, then you can call your Legion out at that precise moment to get a bonus or something.
Actually, it's a bit different. It basically makes calling your Legion into a parry. So if you're about to take damage and you press the button, your Legion will instantly pop out and be like, "Nuh-uh, this is third strike," and then just block that damage and do a big attack. It's kind of sick. It's how you get some of the biggest damage in the game, but that timing is the tightest of any Platinum parry I've seen. Because most other Platinum games, you can just mash forward towards the enemy, and you can block everything.
Oh no, he's all dutty and whatnot.
So I love how this is, I feel like this is a little bit of a riff on, like, any of those, like, pat your Pokemon mini-games, or, like, clean your Dream Eaters. But instead of, it being like, oh, it's so cute and lovable, you have this beast screaming at you in here, just barely contained through this field. He hates it.
Does it actually have any, like, gameplay benefits, Tanner?
It does. I think what it does is, if they're dirty, they get less critical hits.
Ooh.
And, of course, it's EVA 01.
Yep. It's gotta be, mate. It's gotta be. It's a fucking sick colour, mate. You insane?
Oh yeah, no, it's a great color combination, and like I said, they knew right away. It's like, what are we gonna get color palettes of? All the EVAs, a bunch of JoJo stands. They know what they're doing.
Fuck it, expert training. It'll be a good excuse for some experience and whatnot.
Well, exactly, and also, to be fair, it's a very quick and well, it's not necessarily easy, but it's a very sort of quick red case to do, and obviously, generally in all of the files, you always want to complete all of the missions if you can, because otherwise you will be judged slightly more harshly at the end for your overall file ranking. It's a standard thing across basically every Platinum game ever that works in this structure.
I like how we haven't even got into the mission proper, and you've already unlocked the Sync Attack Master, which is like, yeah, that's how much you're going to be using them, because we've already unlocked it from just these training, because it is quite useful to get them hits in.
Alright, you want some gun? Yeah!
So yeah, this is really just making it so that you can, use up all of your powers that you've kind of understood what you use them for. Big weapons for big enemies, gun for flying enemies, the small baton for the fast enemies. Not saying that you have to use them, it's not like they are mandatory counters, but it just helps out.
Basically, I mean, really the only times where... I mean, most of the time the weapons that you're going to probably end up using are the gun and the Gladius, because the Gladius is basically good no matter what, but unless you are, ending up facing down any sort of flying enemy.
But even then, you can send out your Legion to fly up there and do air attacks with it. It's, again, you can kind of play as you like in this.
Yeah, basically.
Come on, Tom.
So as we can see, though, there are some situations where the camera gets a little bit tight, especially in corners. So you don't want to really fight people when they are in those areas, just because it does get a little bit difficult to sometimes see what's going on. I mean, you can't. There's so many 3D games that have that problem. It's like it's to be expected, but fight in the middle, not in the corners.
Yeah!
Perfection, almost.
Bit sloppy on my part, but whatever gets the job done.
Exactly.
Get those real-life experience points.
Can't believe it. You did the thing that your dad did. It's almost like you related to him or something.
It's also worth noting that these guys here can't see the legions, so they essentially just saw stuff flying around, and it's just like it's like what does a stand battle look like to non-stand users? Stuff happening.
Barrier field, perfect call. Nice, nice. Alright then. S+, baby!
Very nice.
That was not S+, but I guess I just did a lot of cool stuff, you know?
Well, yeah, you were switching between your weapons, you were doing the different types of calls. That's all it asks for. It doesn't ask for perfect play. It just asks you to make sure that you're trying your best with doing everything that you can.
Alright, let's go check out the other facilities and whatnot.
Because obviously we haven't finished with our tour, despite the fact that we've already spent like a good 40 minutes in this file.
This is a longer one because, again, it is tutorial number 2, and we will be going through, even when we go out, because then we'll have to figure out what's it like to be a cop, you know, walking the beat.
Some of my favourite parts of the game is just like walking the beat and solving mysteries and whatnot. Although, Richie, you would know that, considering we're both big Ace Attorney and Layton fans.
Yes, you are not wrong, and honestly, that's just it's just perfection.
Everything's perfection with you. Why has everything always got to be like perfect? Why can't it be adequate, you know?
Because when it's adequate, it's boring. He jokes.
I was just about to take a picture there and violate someone's privacy, but no, here comes Lappy.
Break room, where dog
Where from this time? Where this time?
Oh my god! Like fucking Prop Hunt VR, Jesus.
Tasty pick-me-up whenever you need one.
So, you don't need to shill it. You know, we get these on commission.
She's right here. Meet vendor.
The one that says try our exclusive burger, does that imply that you get the burger from the vending machine?
I'd assume so. Like, why else would it be there?
I don't know how that would be.
Well, it'd be like one of those fancy sci-fi films where they just sort of have burgers that just sort of appear.
You know what, though? This game takes place in kind of like a Japanese-ish place. I've got a hot coffee from a vending machine there. It's probably good.
I mean, you're not wrong. Also, yeah, it's totally a thing that you'd expect in Japan. And actually, what's brilliant is you don't get anything from that one, but anything that's actually sort of the vendors, although you do have to make sure that you're in just the right position to get it to recognise it as a character.
Yeah, that's fine. Vendor free.
Yep. And also, I think you definitely can get the person behind you, it's just you weren't in the right position.
Ah, there we go.
To get the character information for Leona Murphy.
You were close.
You were close. Oh, what's Lappy got to say about the crap factory?
Keep it clean.
Surprise!
It's for everyone.
Fucking hell, you're trying to give me a heart attack before I even get to my daily job?
Lappy, how come you're in the women's washroom? That's a bit concerning.
That's very interesting.
Says there's some kind of spirit that lives in here.
Well, I don't believe that bollocks. You know, in a place with, like, giant stands flying about everywhere. It's okay, she can't see them either.
Right? Suddenly I feel the need to go sniff the roses. See you later.
That's dog parlance for piss on the flowers. I can't prove if Lappy fucking no-clipped out of the arena, though.
Fun thing, if you are playing as a girl, you do go to the girls' bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Amazing gameplay innovations. I'm just kidding, that's a nice touch. Hey Brenda, how you doing?
Hey.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Lappy.
Well, if you are, the infirmary.
It's getting a bit silly now, mate, honestly.
Lappy broke his legs.
Now we're gonna have to put him down. Wait, no! It's just a costume! Hey, I'm Brenda.
The doc can't stop smiling at this old dog. I wonder if she wants to experiment on me.
Dog pun.
Look, I'm a Labrador, not a lab rat.
Ugh. How'd you get off that bed? Whatever, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm coping right now.
Remember,
Lappy is non-corporeal. Lappy can just fly through reality.
Anyway, back to taking illicit photos of people.
So you can, in here, actually buy some medicinal goods from Brenda. It's not something I ended up doing a ton, mostly because the game gives you a lot, especially the ones that you get just from the missions there. But, you know, if you're having a bit of trouble, you wanna work a little bit better on the next mission, you can, of course, you know, ask her for some good medicine.
Exactly.
I'd recommend it for the final chapters. You don't really need anything until, like, the final third of the game. You are not worthy of a name.
So if you notice, some of the people are wearing, instead of the blue and black of the police, they're wearing the a sort of white and green. That's the medics, and we actually did unlock their color scheme. So we could, if we wanted to, dress up like a medic, but I'm not a big fan of the white and mint green combo. It doesn't taste right to my eyes.
I fucking love that. It reminds me of that one Futurama joke. No, you're behind me, aren't you? No, I'm in front of you.
Maintenance means making sure your
It's like magic.
clean.
Yeah, Lappy, I've already scrubbed behind my Legion's ears. You're a bit slow on this one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I do find it odd that Lappy only appears at this Legatus terminal, not the other one. But I suppose it's coded to expect you to go to this one and forget that the other one existed.
You think the guy back there didn't see Lappy coming?
It's like, what the fuck is going on in here?
I mean, he's literally has an eye patch over one eye and his hair covering the other, which is probably a bad move for a police officer to have.
Yeah, probably, but here we are.
Oh, Richard.
What? Sorry, were you saying something? Like, have I missed something?
No, nothing. He has green Iori Yagami hair, I just realized.
He does. There you go. Now I have evidence. There we go. Doop-a-doop-boo, taking photos of people.
If this were in Europe, like major GDPR breach, major.
Yeah, this is going to be an HR nightmare to have to clean up. I mean, especially because this is a work phone, which I assume, you know, is monitored by the company. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, at least sort of, we don't know what, well, we're assuming that we're not going to do anything with these photos, therefore it's at least a little bit better, but it's still not great.
Bark, partner.
Ah, sorry, Marie. You kind of got caught out there a little bit. Not that I didn't realise it was you to begin with.
I'm Marie Wentz. Lappy told
Yeah,
me
it's
to
not like we
let you
totally
know
didn't
what
see
you
you
were
in the
to
costume when you
already.
lost your head before you said hi.
Let the Disney magic happen.
Where's Lappy? What have you done with him, you bitch?
Lappy said he had to go water the flowers for a bit, if you know what I mean.
Lappy's dead!
Isn't Lappy a girl dog, though?
No, Lappy's a boy dog.
Too heavy, or
That just raises further questions.
Yes, it does.
like that. So no need to ask. Yep. Don't worry about old Lappy.
This is so sad in the actual context of Marie's story.
It really is, but also it just shows sort of
I can't say it out here.
how positive Marie is as a character overall.
She's a shining beacon for the police force, and also produces much good fan art online.
Fan art, he says. I know what he really means. I'm not telling you. You can figure it out yourself.
Use the context to figure it out.
Ah, the changing room. Unisex, apparently.
This here's the
Oh, for fuck's sake, Lappy.
You have a locker too, you know.
It just, you go around the corner and Lappy has like a tall giraffe-like neck behind there.
You've seen too much, partner.
Accessories. Nothing like a little grooming anytime you feel like a change, right? Sometimes even your old pal Lappy likes to change his coat. No peeking, promise.
It's okay, Lappy. I've got the internet if I wanted to see that.
But show me the new you later.
You good? You going? Don't look at me anymore. You frankly, your lack of humanity disgusts me.
So, that's Neuron HQ in a nutshell.
Oh, we're done. We are freed of Lappy's curse.
For now.
As the
For now.
rewards
For now, yeah.
dedication. Here's your very own Lappy badge. Wear it with pride, partner.
Yeah, I will. Collect all 6 to summon Mega Lappy.
You're not actually really wrong.
Let's see. We've only got 1 costume right now. Equipment.
Yeah, so what I ended up doing was, I mean, I did end up, I think, switching colours for most of my missions, although I ended up, I can't remember whether it was a specific colour set that I found that I really liked, or whether I just went with sort of a light blue and white colour scheme, but, like, it was perfection. Just to, you know, keep that going.
Please give him a red jacket. Please, it's all I'm asking for.
We'll get the colour when we're damn well good and ready, mate. Don't you worry.
Okay. I want Rock Howard Super Police Officer Stand User.
You can set up for Marie Wentz, subtly hiding the Lappy costume off screen, holding a calico cat.
Aw, she's adorable. The cat's pretty good, too.
Hey, are you gonna say that? That's not a bad cat model, honestly.
I couldn't just leave him out.
Especially by Platinum standards, I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Oh, one of the things I should probably point out, actually, when you are going around locations, you can also take pictures of the locations, and that will also unlock things in your PC database.
Neat.
So that is something that you also want to keep in mind when you're running about everywhere.
And speaking of scratches, stray animals are very likely to carry chimeric corruption.
Look, if it turns out to be a giant ape hiding inside a cat skin, I'll put it down, but in the meantime... Here, cat. Come get scratches.
Look, hand the kitty over to me.
Akira didn't understand a word of what I just said, just rolls her eyes and walks
Safe
away.
and sound.
Okay. Hey.
Oh, that's not the right way to treat that kitty cat.
Look, just because you can hold it like that doesn't mean you should.
Exactly, like...
Little guy.
You can properly cuddle cats, and they're adorable.
So
I've still not managed to pick up buttons properly yet, which makes me sad. But
That's it. That's his cat, just for anyone.
yes,
Not in the know.
That is the cat. It's my sister's cat, but we're all in the same house, so it's my kitty nephew. And yeah, he's gotten very demanding recently. Like, he comes up and meows and just like, I want brushing, meow, meow.
Yeah,
So you kind of have
indeed.
to go downstairs and give him a brush and a fuss, and then he's happy because he's a vain little cat.
Anyways, people are missing. We have cop duty.
Finally!
Oh, but come on! Like, the cats are way more important.
We're dealing with the cat at the same time.
Anyway, all the other officers have their own assignments, so go support the Legiones, okay?
Alright. Well, first things first, I will allow Tanner a brief moment of enjoyment and go change my coloration.
Yes!
Yeah!
Okay.
Well, if you're going to do that, then I request that we take off the chest plate, and
I was gonna say that too, yeah.
I think there's something else as well, but I'll tell you when it's looking just right.
Okay, here we go. Equipment. Let's see, jacket.
So just go to dress uniform,
There we go.
and if on the pouches, if you just go to, I think it's just utility belt.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it just makes it look a lot cleaner.
Alright, we got a little bit of colour in here. Where is it? Right, the shirt. Oh, that's the shirt. No, we'll leave that as
That's
is.
the shirt.
The shirt, you could make that black.
How's that, mate?
That's good.
Okay, oh, nope. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Anything else? Any other changes we need?
I think that's good.
Sure. Works for me.
So the one thing is, as you can see, like this is a color slot. So as such, did it not save?
No, I think it did save. It's just that we haven't selected and set the color.
Yeah, so it's a bit strange because you edit the color set and then you can like you don't necessarily select it, but that color set, like if you edit it for one of your legions, then it would change on that one as well. They're like you make the color set. So I guess if you want to like color coordinate, you can, but it's a bit different.
Hey, now we're Blue Cop and Red Cop, partners in crime.
The investigation, I can... What? If it's about that cat, forget about it. I told you.
Yeah, one of the things that I actually noticed with the colour settings, because you know it's really important high-level detail, is that actually a lot of the colour options that they give you look better when you're in sort of this version of the outfit rather than the main bulk.
Well, whatever. I took off my protective clothing, I'll just have to grin and bear it now, I suppose.
Now that we're super stand cop, we can dress as we want. You know, stand users never dress like normal human beings.
Exactly.
Absolutely correct. 100%. Oh, lordy lord. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting one. Lots of stuff to discover, clues to get, and I think we're roughly halfway through the file now. At least I hope we are.
We're about a third, actually.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, like, these can get pretty gosh darn long.
That fucking face. Alright, let's go see the kit.
Let's ask around and see if we can find any witnesses. Just because we're a Neuron doesn't mean we get out of good old-fashioned detective work.
Bro, why aren't you wearing your police uniform? Because I'm anime.
Rising tackle!
Do-do-do. We look a god. Look at this shit. Anime, lads.
Very anime, it's awesome.
Oh yes, you can also take a picture of your legions. That is something that you want to do.
There you go.
And our sibling looking at us like there are people missing. We need to do our job. And you're like, haha, funny picture, go click.
Well, I mean, Professor Oak's not going to give me a high score if I don't do this, you know.
Wonderful!
You were close. I'm close. A Catman, you say? I wonder who that could be.
Adam West.
That would be strange for a number of reasons.
He survived the apocalypse just through sheer will of power.
So yes, the sleeping man has given us a clue. What else can we find here?
More clues.
Let's go find some.
We need to apply pressure to the locals, get them to spill everything.
Haven't seen anything out of the ordinary? Then you're useless to me! Hello, thoughtful girl and street merchant. They didn't even want to give him an adjective. Something about burning ghost piqued my interest there.
Yes, quite. I believe if you speak to the street merchant, you might... Oh no, if you chat to him, maybe he might give you... There we go, the red ghost.
Catman and red ghost. It was a red ghost Catman.
Scabby-dooby-that-bed-a-boat.
Just keep adding those adjectives together.
Doop-a-doo. Ah.
Observant boy.
And kind officer.
One of those is an oxymoron. Heyo! I'm dabbing, you can't see.
I could dab. With my legion, if I wanted to. There you go. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. I've got everything useful right now, sir. Hello? Oh, right. Are you the person... Did you just, like, do a circuit?
Yep, he's just walking around in circles.
Malfunctioning robot. I'll put a stop to that.
So yeah, one thing that this the Sword Legion can do is slice any sort of waves. So communication waves, EM waves. So, you know, there was a signal go into it, making it go crazy. So you slash that, and hey, now it works. And now I can blame the Sword Legion every time my Wi-Fi goes down.
There you go. What about you, troubled officer? Let your troubles burn like the fire you are standing in front of. He says nothing. Nothing to say to me. Negative shopkeep. Another disappearance. Oh, get on my police notes. We'll stop it.
Indeed we will.
Oh, that's the most anime thing to say.
Don't tell me you're looking for the ghost too, Officer Chan. Yeah, if you have to call yourself an adult and reinforce that, you're not really an adult, let's be honest.
Yeah, you're definitely not.
You can get repeats of certain clues, but it's best to talk to everyone just so you don't miss out on any, and you get that sweet 100% O rank.
Definitely. You also need to make sure that, so I believe sometimes the side quests won't always turn up on your map. In a lot of cases they do, but if you don't see something that looks suspiciously like it could be a side quest, then use your iris, and that generally weeds out the rest of them. Okay.
Dealing with a yellow drone, is it? Very mysterious.
Arrest the drone, but not the person flying it.
That's going to be weird in, like, when robotics laws really come into effect in the future. Is the drone a person? Does it have a mind of its own?
Can the drone consent?
Parnassus, is it? Richie is frothing at the gills to talk about ancient Greek shit.
I was gonna say, it sounds like something that's one of us here probably knows about.
Yeah, so Parnassus is based on the sacred mountain in central Greece near Delphi. Whenever Parnassus is used, it's typically referring to its distinction as the home of poetry, literature, and by extension, learning.
Right, we gotta find this graffiti artist, mates. You gotta punt him upside the head.
But first off, we need to sneak in here and grab ourselves a little treat.
Common material code it is. Don't worry, Akira, I'll do all the work.
She's like, do I have to come in? No? Okay, that's fine.
Whoops. Well, at least Akira didn't bitch at me about it this time.
There is tripping involved, which doesn't necessarily... It won't be a major thing here, but there's later stuff where you have to actually watch where you step.
Are you okay? Oh, is this the drone you guys were talking about?
This will be the drone that they were talking about.
Ah, there it is.
It's right there, guys. It's literally right there.
If only we had a beast that I control via an astral chain that can, like, jump up and get it, or B, a ladder.
Or even just a large enough rock to dislodge it.
Well, I guess we want to get it without breaking it, I suppose.
If a police drone breaks by a rock being thrown at it, it's probably a bad police drone.
Yeah, true.
You're not wrong.
Persona! I just love the sudden snap of the Sword Legion pulling it back.
little violently.
What could put a hole in a solid drone like that?
According to Tom, a rock.
Shut up. I'm just going through the motions here. I'm checking off every possibility. Alright, records officer. You have no character, but you got a title, so I'll leave it with you. Okay, yeah, check it out. So it got hit there, and then it went round the corner and landed on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Blast hole. What else you got from here?
Yeah, I think if you check the other orange drone, you can get a little bit of extra information as well.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm aiming for 100% here.
Well, I think you kind of have to, actually, in order to answer Akira's questions to end the mission.
So the thing was shot in mid-air. That's got to be some fancy shit. Saying it shot the drone twice. Whiffed the first time and hit the ground.
People heard screaming of leg in the distance.
Oh, Tanner, you passive-aggressive slut.
That's what happens when you play on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh, Nintendo, if only you'd put an Ethernet cable into your fucking next-gen machine! Just saying is all. Is that all of it? Have I found it all? Oh.
Check where the bullet was shot from, maybe.
Put the drone out of commission, and we had to comically grab it using our persona. This has got to be beyond human levels of marksmanship here.
Information display.
I think if you go a little bit further up, you might be able to get up the ladder.
Yeah.
Because we're looking for where these bullets came from.
They could be anywhere. They could be nowhere.
Also, you may want to eavesdrop on those two, if you get the chance.
It's cool, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we got stuff to do here.
Information iris.
But let me grab some stuff first.
The delicious Kool-Aid powder floating in the air.
Fine, I have to trigger him first. That's fine. No, honey, you didn't see a ghost. It was just a big paper bag, alright, floating in the air. Alright. Time for secrets. How broken is this relationship? More? You want more, you say? It was definitely a ghost. That's the only logical explanation.
We'll believe it!
Hole in the chest. That's sounding suspicious to me. What do we know that has a hole in the chest? It's gotta be a ghost.
It's the dark side, Heartless.
It could be. Can you imagine, like if we find the culprit, it's just dark side again. Like, fuck's sake, I was done with Recoded years ago. Thank you for punching that ghost for me, honey. The hypothetical ghost, alright? Dum dum dum. Duh. Okay, we good.
So I whiffed on that like 5 times when I first played, because I would always hit that railing, which isn't fun.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful with stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier with the chain jumps being potentially a little bit more frustrating than they perhaps should be, because yeah, if you even so much as glance an object on your path between your kind of safe landing spots, you are immediately going to sort of fall to your doom.
So, are you sure there's like more stuff to get, or not?
I don't think there is from the looks of things.
I think that was it there. So this game does not have fall damage, which is really nice.
Whee! Ah, fuck. Police Officer Rock Howard on the job.
You remember at the beginning of the game when he jumped out of a helicopter?
And I questioned it in the Let's Play nerd kind of way. Yeah, I remember.
No fall damage. No fall damage.
That was my ladder climbing song. Oh, this is cultish.
It's very cultish.
We are good boys.
What is it? No, tell me. Okay, how much? I think I already know the answer to this one.
We'll see if you do.
You know, if you do this right, you get the bomber's notebook.
Yeah, that's probably what it's a reference to, honestly. Like, 5 kids specifically. Quiz kids. Take the boys' quiz. Alright, let's get to it. Pay attention, y'all. Hooray! Boyyay.wav. Here we go. Here are the rules. Each of us will tell you something, but only one of us will tell the truth. You have to listen and remember and figure it out. We'll tell you contradictory statements. Yeah, this is a puzzle as old as time itself, so...
Yeah.
Let's begin. I'm the first brother. The fourth brother is a liar. I'm the second brother. The fifth brother tells the truth. I'm brother number 3, and we lied before. Both the first and second brother tell the truth. I'm the fabulous fourth. The third brother is definitely lying to you. Number 5. I tell the truth. Number 3 does too. Can you figure it out? Take your time.
Mm-hmm.
That kid just fucking... Look at this quality of life feature here.
It's really nice. When I first did this, I was writing them all down to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. So, Richie, which one do you think it is?
It is, I believe, De Peppy Boy.
Okay, number 4. What about you, Tanner?
I believe that the answer is the Japanese character for death, which is 4.
I've got it. What were the rules again? Oh, rock. You'd forget your head if it wasn't attached to your shoulders. The 4th it is. You got it! Ding, 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 ding! No one's ever gotten it on the first try before. That's because we cheat. And we get... Tornbag Legion Rush.
Hey, how come you kids have a Legion ability? What's up with that?
Interesting. We got a hologram. It's ours. I think there's a second round of this as well.
There is indeed.
But it is quite different.
It's very different.
More? More, you say?
More, yes. Oh, God.
You right, mate?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
You kind of had a stroke there for a second.
I did, yes.
He was thinking about the quiz kids.
Try the quiz. I'm too busy. Quiz Kid Shuffle. Alright, gonna need you all to pay attention here, especially with Skype lag.
You know, it's better than Quiz Kid and the Secret Rings.
Shut up, you. Quiz Kid and the Secret Rings is underrated, alright?
No, it's perfectly rated.
Okay. Hooray. All of his brothers look incredibly alike. We'll move around and swap places. You have to figure out which one is the oldest. We'll try to all talk the same. Try and tell us apart. I'm the oldest brother. Take a good look at me while you can, because... Oh my god. I have to follow with my key.
What? They move like they do.
Nani? Around and around we go. I'm watching. Oh god.
Oh, yep, Skype just exploded on me. I can't, I've lost it.
Yeah, no.
I think I know which one it is.
The good news is, there's nothing that happens if you get it wrong. Akira?
Okay. Oh, I'm lightheaded. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
It's amazing.
I think it's you. You're the oldest brother. Yeah, I got it. I got good eyes.
Hey!
Let's be honest, it was going to be down to me anyway, because you're watching me at fucking Skype.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's doing okay in this particular moment in time. The rest of it is like a bloody slideshow.
Didn't think we'd lose. Massacre, etc. You realise I'm going to have to take you all in for obstruction of justice now, right? Well, it's best they learn early, than not at all. Creme Puff and Coal Burst.
I don't know if I'd like a cream puff soda. I think that would be disgusting.
Freaking sweet, Lois. Let's see. Orders. Oh my god, there's a lot. Ooh, a new colour.
Custom color for the Legion. That's a good one.
Sync Attack Master.
Material code is quite good for upgrading.
People Watcher. Name change.
you earn the ability to change your name if you really want to. It's if you were like, yeah, sure, you know, you made a mistake. You didn't name yourself either Rock or Geese, so.
Huh. Twilight colors.
So those are actually for the pause menu there. So you're able to change the color of your pause menu. There's some nice ones in there.
Interesting. Can I jump across? Whee! Yeah. Sword Legion. There we go.
Meanwhile, your sister's over there like, we should hit my Legion.
I'd show you. You twat. Twatty man. Parnassus number 2. This is the one. Let's go. One moment, please. I'm busy painting my OC over here.
It's very bright paint.
Very bright.
Are you painting a Jet Set Radio hologram? Oh boy, he's pretentious. Yeah, take him in. Don't be gentle either. I must bid you adieu.
Hey, come back here. Come on, let's get him.
Alright, so this is the first of more than a couple chase missions, where your goal is essentially to have your Legion wrap them up with a chain bind. One thing you can do is you can actually use the button to send them out. It can stun them for a second. This one's pretty easy. Eventually you'll get some later that are ridiculously fast, and you really gotta be on it.
Da-da-da, da-da-da, yeah. Crime doesn't pay. Ah, a red door, you say? Nice.
And now we have all the tools we need to complete this investigation.
Very nice.
Okay, we've learned about all we can. Let's move this elsewhere.
Hope you were paying attention, bro, because it's time for quiz.
Okay, this should be far enough away from civilian ears. So what do we know? Like I said, this is just one of a series of missing person cases around Maison Forest lately. Aside from people going missing, another thing these cases have in common is an almost total lack of evidence.
Yeah, the sweet fuck all here. No DNA evidence, which is kind of weird.
It's very weird. It's very suspicious.
You know, it almost seems like we don't have a ghost of a chance to solve this.
Ha 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 ha, shut. People around here say they started seeing something strange in the time the disappearances began. What was it, Richie?
It was a red ghost.
Right, the red ghost. It's odd, but people say it looks otherworldly. And like it's wrapped in red flames.
Oh, I still have nightmares about things wrapped in red flames. Daddy, why did you have to die?
You remember the 2 details they gave us, right?
Alright, the details of the red ghost. Tanner?
Well, it definitely had no legs.
That's right.
There you go.
No legs.
Textbook ghost. Yeah, this is textbook ghost crime right here.
Besides no legs, what other details were there?
It also had a hole in its chest.
You doing well, Tanner?
Hole in the chest sounds like a believably ghostly detail.
Only ghosts have holes in the chest. Forget the heartless. It's just ghosts.
The ghost wasn't the only red thing we heard about, was it?
Well, that's clearly talking about the red door.
Bingo.
Booyah.
Apparently that's where our friend the ghost comes from. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? That's gotta be a gate.
Well, I doubt it could be anything else, honestly.
Our ghost has been up to more than just kidnapping. What else did it do?
It blasted a hole.
Mm-hmm.
With the blast hole.
Okay, disappearance would be kidnapping, so that would be my first instinct, but yeah, blasted a hole.
Right. That surveillance drone got pretty banged up somehow.
You gotta be careful of those kind of like double negative sort of things.
But there was clearly physical contact. Take that as you will. Okay, let's think. Our kidnapper looks otherworldly.
Okay, I think we aced that.
We definitely did ace that, and also, I mean, I'm surprised it took them this long to go. Yeah, it's probably a chimera. I mean, the second said red ghost, so I would just be like chimera.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like we've fought them more than a couple times. We know they're a fairly common occurrence here, so it's like, yeah, you think we would have assumed that quicker, but maybe, you know, innocent until proven chimera here.
Oh, spicy.
So you get good listener for listening to everyone, even beyond just the ones that give you the clues.
Iris startup. Information display.
Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. Oh, I kind of want to go up there. Alas, maybe later.
You actually will go back through areas multiple times for missions, usually in different ways, so if you see something you can't get, maybe you just can't get it yet.
True enough, mate.
Yes, and definitely ladders that you can't reach are one of them.
Iris, shut down.
Who do I have to talk to here?
I believe that you just have to go up there. Go up the stairs and up the ladder.
Oh, yes, of course, yeah.
So we gotta get to the scene of the crime. We asked around, time to actually move into the actual crime itself. Because this was blocked off before, but now we can go down this hallway and face the most dangerous of gameplay mechanics, police tape that only we can walk through.
Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. I'm not going for 100% with this red matter, but it's worth it to go out of your way for some.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like, in order to get all of the red matter, like, you really do have to search through every nook and bloody cranny.
And have powers that we don't have yet, so there's that too.
ID UBF007068. Isabella Sukitani.
Okay.
She works at a nearby restaurant. That's about all this can tell us. Let's keep looking.
What does she eat for dinner? We don't know.
Is it just me, or is the ground here redshifting?
Oh,
It's not
it
magmatic.
really is. Holy shit.
Whatever it is.
I'm sure YouTube will tear that apart, but trust us, it's like Tetris blocks coming out of the floor.
Around here to cause the ground itself to shift, but
It's
only
the
around
Tetris
this spot.
effect. People here playing too much comes into the real world.
Was here, but left in a hurry.
That is going to be the plot of that Tetris movie trilogy that is apparently still happening.
Jesus.
Take a look
Take
around
the
here.
wheel.
There are times where you look at something and you just go, there is no reason that should be a film.
Or is the ground here? Whatever it is.
And Tetris is one of them. Cats is another.
Trail. Just like I thought.
Gonna ignore what you said about cats, because it's a little bit dangerous to my mind. Sorry I cut you off, Akira, or Akira. I'm just trying to get shit done here.
We've now discovered a trail that we can follow, and this will take us to perhaps where we need to go.
In here?
Yes, into the area that was previously blocked off and clearly holding the rest of the level.
So as you can see, when you went into the sword mode, it showed that there was waves there. The waves are just holding it together, so this dude wearing an incredibly ugly jacket can come out.
Look, this is our alternate universe self, alright? Woman Scream, get on that list. I love how we know, like, there's legions going about, and like, oh, it's gotta be a ghost. Absolutely a ghost. That's fun. This keeps up for the entire game as well. It's like, is it a legion? No. We don't know. We can't confirm anything. Well, we don't have proof of ghosts, or the Fae folk, so it's gotta be a fucking legion then.
And then by the end of the game, you're trying to solve a mystery about, corruption in politics, and your guys are just like, it's probably a chimera. You know, he was the one who embezzled that money.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, yes. Oh, he's sick. Let me take that out, you brother.
Well, she's sick, but, yes, Blue Shift. This is a
Hey,
sort of,
a chick can be a brother.
I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, so Blue Shift is a fun little mechanic. It's basically just going, you can use your Legion to magically heal people.
Just suck out the red juice and replace with blue juice.
I wonder if the kids were impressed by that.
I doubt it.
I mean, to them, they see nothing.
Yeah, that's true, but I was talking more about the flip than anything. Come on, Tom. Do it properly now. I'm pretty sure there's like a point or like an order you can get if you put the football into the goal and whatnot.
That's fun.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Hello, listless man. He's just chilling with his cat. Ugh. Times have fallen hard on Bruno since he died. Just saying, he's got the same haircut.
Definitely does. No hair beetles, though.
No, you betrayed me!
Bruno just pushes you off.
Yeah.
That is one of the more common ways to accidentally kill yourself. Well, you don't kill yourself, you just hurt yourself. In this game is you've got your Legion out, you just sort of nudge yourself a little bit further forward with the intention of giving yourself a little bit more distance with the Legion, then you just go, and I'm off.
Thankfully, it just does a little bit of damage. Well, a chunk of damage, but it's not something that instantly kills you. And I don't know if you can actually properly die from it. I think you'll just go down to 1 HP.
Yes, I think you're right.
What are you doing staring into space like that?
Well, I'm sorry your fat ass broke my parkouring equipment, Akira. Let me use my magic ghost to, like, traverse over there.
I know, it's a good job we've got the magic ghost, otherwise this would just be a disaster.
Calling it a ghost makes me laugh. Yeah, BRB, I got shit to look up. Oh, steady now.
So the first time I went for that item, I didn't even know that you could walk on there, so I kept throwing out my Legion to try and jump onto it. I got there eventually.
Well, tragic, really. Tragic. Assigned skills. Let's see.
I don't think we have any more right now.
Could have sworn it was Legion Rush.
Nope, that was a chip we got instead.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, I've never seen that ability. Summoning your Legion instantly analyzes them. That's really good.
That's really helpful.
That's really good. I've never seen that one.
Whoa, Nelly. Oh, Jesus. Fucking Scooby-Doo up in here.
Like, Zoinks Legion!
Don't. Oh, it's a gate.
It's time to head back to the Astral Plane. Basically, that's how every chapter, well, every file in this game goes. Spend some time in the office, spend some time doing some detective work, and then you go off to the Astral Plane for the majority of your combat encounters.
Sometimes you do head back to the real world and finish up some things, but yeah, the majority is in, as we see here, the frame rate dimension.
You know, I like this place. It's a nice change of pace.
And also, we're now vibing with it very well.
Oh, yes.
A lot of time has passed since our victim.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about it, you know, giving us bad vibes. We're on the same vibe wavelength, so, you know, we get the vibe check.
Okay, let's never say vibe again for the rest of this part.
Can't promise that, Tom.
Try my best.
Also, I can't believe you just decided not to open the chest.
Yeah, there was a chest right there.
Are you fucking... Alright.
The chests here are like morphing into the ground. It's like someone placed it poorly in Unity.
Well, you're not wrong, but you shouldn't say it. Gotta keep an eye out for ones where you can go around the bend and whatnot.
Yes, because those do occur a lot here.
This reminds me a lot of it reminds me a lot of the Splatoon campaign levels.
Yes.
Because in a lot of those, a lot of the secrets would be like around corners, or like you have to go, you know, under. You'd have to fall off a platform. So I basically taught myself to just look through everything. You passed another chest.
Oh well, I can't. Well, I can. There's a thing here. Jesus Christ, Tanner. Backseat game much.
Sorry, but there's sometimes clothing items in there, and the only thing that scares me more than, like, the inevitability of death is missing cosmetic items in a video game.
We have an unusual signal in the area. chimera. And look out
Be
for
gone,
the
stink
gas.
pustule.
Highly toxic.
I mean, you went the slightly dangerous way around that, of flying towards it. What it generally expects you to do is send your legion over to just destroy it. But obviously you can totally do it however you like.
Yes, I know there are enemies here, don't you worry. Yes, we know about stink attacks, don't worry.
They really want you to know here. But yes, taking pictures of them does reveal information like their names, which look like the songs by the guy who did the soundtrack for Kill la Kill. Because his soundtracks, he just gives them literally gibberish names.
Finish off gives you a lot of points, so I would recommend doing that instead of just going "hoo-ba-ba-da-da" and attacking at will and nil-e.
Plus invincibility, which is the bigger thing. You know, if you got a lot of enemies, when you get that that invincible finish off, it's good to do. Anyways, these guys suck.
Agreed.
Not really a fan, so I'm not. Ah!
They have a big line there, as you can see. The big line is their link that is giving the enemy invincibility. Your task is to slash that link with the slash ability there, because otherwise every attack you do will not only have no effect, but will leave you highly vulnerable. Thankfully, the shielding up enemies' cares there are quite weak. You can pop them in about one combo, but if left alone, they will go and give a shield to someone else.
And if you're interested in where the care comes from, a care is a singular keris, which is a female death spirit in Greek mythology. They were the goddesses who personified violent death and who were drawn to bloody deaths on the battlefield.
Whew! Bit heavy, but...
Yeah, and actually this brings up a cool point of probably why they do what they do. Although they were present during death and dying, they did not have the power to kill. All they could do was wait for them to die, and they could then feast on the dead.
Makes sense, because these guys are just here. They just, you know, they're helping out, but they're not directly attacking you. Though there are sub-variants later that will. So one thing that's interesting about the finish off is you're not necessarily supposed to, you know, mash it immediately. Essentially, when you get the finish off prompt, you'll have your Legion go in there, and then there'll be a glow, and the controller will vibrate. That's when you want to press the Legion call button, and you will get bigger rewards from the finish off. It's not affected by the really small mooks. Those ones don't have that sort of QTE, but any sort of special mooks or bigger enemies you will, and that gets you back some health, gets you some points. It's good to do.
It's basically the Zandatsu from Rising.
Nice. Anyone else want to fucking go? Didn't think so. C for could have done better. It's probably speed that it was judging me most on that one.
Probably.
One of the best power-ups you can get from the chips there is auto pickup, which just will automatically pick up items for you. Boy, that's really nice, because then you can just walk on over them and they morph into your body. That's so nice.
That's the good shit. Dum-dum. Get me over there. Dum-dum-dum. Sure is a lot of not fighting chimeras right now.
I think we're going backwards.
Son of a bitch, there we are.
The map is actually really good because not only will it show you like your final destination, but it will kind of breadcrumb you to where you have to go. So it's not like, oh, the final destination is behind you, but you have to walk forwards. It will point you in the exact direction you need to go.
I see you hiding there. What other secrets you got in this mystical location?
Oh boy!
It's like we got some platforming.
Whole lot of poo gas here, shouldn't have done that.
That's what happens.
This was the moment that I was just like, I do not like this method of jumping.
Well, gotta do it. We gotta do it.
I don't think you do actually have to do it, because I think that this is just to get some chests and some bonuses.
That's what I want, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that is still in the realm of gotta do it. You just gotta avoid the stinky poop gas.
I'll do it, mate. Whatever it takes.
Because we're a cop, not a gamer. We need to smell good.
Debatable. Old Stinky McGee down at the precinct would beg to differ.
But he does buy them donuts every day, so they put up with him.
I think we all have that type of friend, really.
Oh god, I hope I'm not that type of friend.
I hope I'm not that type of friend. I wonder if this is a good idea.
That's a terrible idea. That's not going to work.
Yeah, you're gonna bounce right into that crystal.
That's okay, I can make it across like this. Whee! Nice. Okay, so why am I over here exactly?
And there's the chest, but you've got to use your twisting to get to it.
I see.
There you go. You can find yourself a beautiful rare material code, which is a pretty important item for upgrading, because we've been getting a lot of common material code. As you go on, eventually you'll start calling for rare material code, which is fairly rare. It's not, super easy to get, but it is good to do.
Okay, we're almost to round sword, so I want that. The Virgil Blades, we're going to save up and get it.
Summon sword makes me happy.
It makes my PP go wee-wee.
It does. It does.
Oh, Tanner. Woo!
See, getting back is actually easier because they make it so that it's more difficult to get here than it is to get back.
Well, apart from this particular corner.
Fog.
Can we arrest this corner?
Yes, please, because it is the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really got to give yourself a lot of leeway for these to be like, I really hope I don't touch any corners, because your character does kind of fly off in kind of a shape, you kind of spread out your legs a bit while you're doing a cool flying kick, which looks rad, but increases your hitbox, so you kind of don't want to be, in a position where you can have one of those legs hit off into there.
Oh, come on, I'm so close to getting over there.
Yeah, don't try and sequence break, because then that will happen.
Can't wait until the end game when we have to do this multiple times in a row.
With something chasing you.
I mean, at least you don't have the stinky things there at that moment in time, from what I remember.
Yeah, that's true.
The stinky things are really only here for about one chapter, and then they kind of go away.
Not true, actually.
No, they do come back.
With a vengeance, might I add.
Oh, I must be shunting it out of my memory.
I want something else here. Legion Rush is kind of doing me a fright, and so it is. Yeah, that works.
Looks like we do have enough for these summoned swords now, though.
Woo, so we do. Give me Virgil. Assign as some skills. Round sword goes on R. Power charge goes on L.
So both of these have their own separate cooldowns, so as you're fighting, you're able to use both of them at the same time, or, have them one and the other. It's quite useful, and your cooldown is basically, when you're in combat, it fills up really quickly. You can use these quite a bit. It's not something you really have to hold on to for bosses or anything.
No. Whoa, you sending out some kind of thing at me, fella?
He's given a warning roar. I mean, we are literally invading his domain. But he's a disgusting chimera, so we need to, pull out cop justice on him.
Have it!
Although, actually, I don't think we are officially in a case at the minute, so killing these guys doesn't actually account for anything.
Counts to me.
It also does give us gene code and orders, like the Chimera Eradicator, which is a fun word to say.
It's a fun word to attempt, at the very least. Oh, more gooey stuff to suck into my membrane over here. Sorry, I didn't really know what word to use there.
There is a like a combo counter for it. You kind of want to get a whole bunch at the same time, because as you get more, it like you'll see that like times 10, times 10.2 or whatever. So you can power it up, and it's pretty good there.
Close. Your Legion might be able to do something about it.
Ah, the classic weigh down two things at once puzzle.
Hey, it worked.
I saw many people get stuck on this.
That's depressing.
Made me really sad. Yep.
That is definitely sad, because I would have said that that's one of the more obvious puzzles in the game.
Hey, you know what? I've seen people on YouTube get stuck on the Sonic Mania character select screen because there's nothing on there telling them what it is, and they didn't want to press buttons.
No. I refuse. I refuse to believe. I know who you're talking about, but I refuse to believe.
I know. I know.
Go get him. Go on. Go get him. Very useful tactic, so it is.
And here we see a couple puzzle-solving things where, yep, you know, you can put it back up by hitting it again, which will bring you to a secret area. Or two.
Me likey. Me. Ah! It's okay, I'm cool. And we go. Medicine full. Very nice.
So probably want to go put it back down and head back up to that other secret area.
Yeah, sure, mate. Like I said, we're not going for 100% here. If I find something interesting, I will go for it, you know, 100%, full force. That's a very contradictory series of statements I gave you there. You'll just have to pass it for yourself. I'm not a fucking detective, alright?
Cops not putting in the full effort? Never heard of it.
Silly. Silly and pedantic. Alright, what's going on over here then, like?
See, it's like little jumps like this that make you sometimes go, God, I wish there was just a jump button. Because it's like these little ones and you have to do like 4 finger movements. You have to hold down the button, send them out, press the jump button, and then like, you know, move them again. Which, it's like, that's a lot of finger movements for something pretty easy.
Yeah.
They're really using all the buttons they can get away with, let's be perfectly honest.
Guess what we walked into?
Heads up. There's a chimeric signal heading right for you.
Oh, an ambush.
Positional data puts it 20 meters away? Look out, it's almost there.
Surprise, I was behind you the whole time.
Did someone call for a secret boss?
Oh, there's a few of these throughout the game. Oh yeah!
I was gonna do it, damn it.
He looks super fucking cool.
Alawady or something.
First things first.
First things first, this rat, I gotta take a picture.
Oh, he got spies and shit. Alright, let's go.
He's got Donkey Kong's down B move.
He sure does.
So, Aloade, or the Aloads, Otis, and Ephialtes, the sons of Iphimedia, wife of Aloeus by Poseidon, whom she induced to make her pregnant by going to the seashore and disporting herself in the surf, or scooping seawater into her bosom.
There you go.
So, from Aloeus they got their name. They were strong and aggressive giants, growing by 9 fingers every month. 9 fathoms tall at age of 9, and only outshone in beauty by Orion.
There we go. Come on, let me bind you.
Although I wouldn't exactly call the thing beautiful.
Oh, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Jesus. Trying to be smart. He doesn't appreciate it. Ah.
This guy's like, if I keep doing the down B, he can never approach me.
Been there. That's how I handled the 100-man melee originally.
Yep.
See ya! Yeah, definitely could have done better there. Oh well. Maybe it was expecting me to, like, use more legions and whatnot.
I think it is because, of course, you know, you are expected to have more than a couple different things at this... Well, not at this point, but this is an optional thing. It might not be balanced for your first time playing. It's fine.
Yeah.
And don't forget, it's like... Taking hits doesn't necessarily drop your rank that much, if at all. It's, you gotta do a... Ooh. Nice.
Sadly, armor is not number go up. Armor is just big bulky outfit for big bulky boy.
Oh. Alas.
Actually, we're a lad. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Look, I know this file is long, but you don't have to bring that kind of schlock to the table.
Although, to be fair, that was that was actually very on point.
Yeah. I'll give you a C grade. That's all you get, Tanner. That's all you get.
You know what? C's get degrees. I'll take it. That's how I got through university. It's like I got a C. Hey, I'll take that. That's a pass in my books.
Who taught you that phrase then, mate, when you were crying alone at midnight one of those days?
That was actually my mom when she realized I was not a grade A student.
Jesus Christ. I don't think my mom ever had many expectations for me.
Read me. I'm picking up a distress signal near your location.
Well, I mean, I have to say, that's one of the things that always slightly flabbergasted me when I went to uni was the fact of... So, normally, when you're looking at sort of your pass marks and stuff, if you want to get, like, the top grades, then you've got to get over, like, 80 or 90%. But you get to university and your top grade is anything over 70%. You're just like... how?
This is a cool character. I liked them. I'm not going to gender them just yet. Give away the story and whatnot.
Sounds very similar to anyone who's been playing Platinum games, though, before this one.
Or, I don't know, maybe a Konami game about stealth and whatnot. It's not the same voice actor, it's modeled after the same voice, and so on.
Oh no, I'm talking about the exact same voice actor doing the very similar character, being in one of them Nier Automata games.
Yes, you are very correct.
It's not 9S's voice actor, is it?
It is. Kyle Clarney? I don't know.
Macaulay.
That's it.
Don't have a stroke when Richie can just read it out.
He's also actually really awesome. He's the voice of Arm in Fire Emblem Echo Shadows of Valentia, and also Gatekeeper in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Hey.
Apparently he is also the voice of Harry Potter in Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
When the fuck are they going to reveal that RPG thing, or whether it's been cancelled or not? I'm kind of getting a little bit tired.
God knows, but to be fair, I've kind of got off Harry Potter because J.K. Rowling is not turning out to be the best person in the world.
Well, there you go then.
What, you don't like the crimes of Grindelwald or whatever?
That was not a great thing, but no, it's more her
Richie, you know my one rule, mate. You know my one rule.
I know, that's why I was being sort of just dancing around the subject.
Passive aggressive and shitty about it, yes. I know your MO, mate. I know your MO. Oh, behind that kind voice and fucking cherubic face lies the heart of darkness.
I mean, I will always say that I am a bit of an oxymoron because, like, well, a paradox, because I'm filled with sort of sets of different things that shouldn't make sense together. Like, I am both an optimist and a pessimist.
And that's just called being a normal person, mate, honestly.
No, but most people are one way or the other.
Well, that's not you, mate. That's not you.
Yeah, no, I'm special. That's...
We're all special in our own ways.
I guess we are.
Yeah, we're looking for some machine parts for this suspiciously voiced and, uniquely designed drone.
No, motherfucker!
It's okay, we'll get swoosed back up there.
Okay, where are we? I'm confused.
I think you're right. You're at the bottom of where the elevator goes up, so you just got to wait for it to come back down. It'll take you up, and then you can go over there. At least I think so. There it is, yep.
Yeah, basically, it generally always puts you on the last safe platform that you were on.
There we go.
If it's a moving platform, you won't be brought back to it, because that can lead to a cycle of death.
There you go. Titanium gear.
There! That's the ceramic-coated drive gear that rotates my propulsion.
Whee! Ah, my legs. Sorry to cut you off, mate, but we're on a schedule here. Wonder how much I could sell this for. No, don't sell me. I'll grant you 3 wishes.
I'm animated like a important character, so you should pay attention to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was in the intro and given a name, so...
Thanks, you're a lifesaver. I wish I had some way to repay you. But first, I need to figure out how I'm getting out of here. Hey, you're heading back to the Ark once you find that...
Hey, we're going back to the Ark. I guess that means we're going too.
I'll help you out with your rescue.
Please laugh.
Look, I promise.
Sure thing.
All right. We've got a civilian.
They selected I don't know. I don't know, Tom.
Basically. I mean, really, it was mostly me looking over in the corner just going, look at all that red matter.
It's okay, mate. I'm on this. I'm on this like Sonic. Because he likes... it's fucking long, alright? I don't care anymore.
As you can tell, some of these files do get quite long. Like, they do feel right-ish in their lengths for the most part.
They do, to be fair, yeah.
But I would say that I would have perhaps liked them to be a little bit shorter, and actually sort of maybe give me more of them. Like, I think that's perhaps the balance that I would have preferred, if only because I very much... Like, if a level goes on for about an hour, that's sort of about right for me. If it starts going over, then I start going, oh, this is getting a little bit much. And it varies. Like, some games you can live with it better than others. But I mean, a prime example would be like Bayonetta. So most of the chapters in that game clock in at around sort of 40 minutes to an hour for sort of like the main level ones. But then you've got chapter 5 with its ridiculous length.
And then you got the boss fight, which is, you know, can be done in 10 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's an example where, yeah, the length is just... That was just a little bit too much on that one. I will always prefer Chapter 5 to be shorter and not so much of a difficulty spike. But either way, it's alright.
Did he just become a wall?
Interesting. Oh boy, here come poppers.
Look out! Something's coming!
Looks like we're changing jobs to be a pound person. What is that called? Dog catcher.
Pound person?
Well, you know, like, they put the dogs in the pound.
Also, Richie, you don't need to tell me what Cerberus is, mate.
No, that's basically the most obvious Greek thing out there, outside of maybe Hades and Hercules.
Dum-da-dum-dum. There you go. And now, back to action. Oh no, the filters!
Yeah, the wolf enemies here, they are kind of speedy. They use similar attacks to the dog legion that you get later on. But in general, if you fought a wolf enemy in anything, you kind of know what to expect. You got dashes, you got bites, you got, you know, sort of claw attacks. Just make sure you're out of their you know, range directly in front of them. A short sidestep should be good. Mm-hmm. They also have Guile's Flash Kick.
There you go. Oh, yes.
the really nice thing about the summon swords there is that not only does it deal damage to anything around you, but say you're in, a finish off or a sync move, if it just happens to go by something, it will also take damage.
In the heat of battle, it can sometimes be a little bit interesting to try and hit that finish off thing, but it's definitely worth it.
Oh god, yeah.
Because restoring your HP, it's like that's your primary way of doing it without items, so it's quite useful.
Time to leave them all behind. You know I'm right, Richie.
Definitely right, and yeah, it's honestly, like, when you get moments like that, it's just like, I love you, Platinum.
But it's not exactly a job for one person.
No.
We really need you back here.
Sadly, unlike some other games, if you fail in this fight, you do not get to play as a small rat with a giant sword.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh my god, oh jeez.
In general, your gun doesn't deal heavy damage, but it is useful for just getting some pickings in if your Legion is out there dealing damage.
Yeah, and also if the enemy is too far away for you to do anything actually worthwhile.
Put the Legion away, dodge around a little bit, choke down some health.
Just popping Tylenol like it's nothing.
Where you going? Come on, you bitch.
It's fleeing, so we must give chase.
Oh boy. More of this.
Battle platforming!
No, I overshot it. Comments on the non-com version are going to be fun on this one.
And he's just waiting for you there.
Right, dodge away, because he's doing his thing,
There is, as the battles move into different arenas for bosses, there's usually extra red matter around so that you can get your extended meter going. You'll probably pick it up, though, just from moving around in the battle.
Generally, yes. Although, pretty much consistently, by this point in most of the levels / the fights, you've probably already used up most of your extended gauge, so it's fine.
Alright, I'll stay back, I guess. I'll stay back a little bit, do some shooting. Ah! Fuck. Wow, I'm really off my game today, I apologise.
Oh, it's fine. You've still got 3 batteries. You're sorted.
Restore some health. There we go.
Throw a can at him!
No, I refuse.
I gotta wonder if there's any hidden interactions, like, using the fishing rod on Ganondorf or something. Of like, yeah, throw a can at this enemy and he just can't handle it.
It wouldn't surprise me knowing Platinum. Like, I mean, they are the people who gave Grace and Glory a counterattack that nobody saw for basically, like, a decade.
I heard about that. That was really crazy.
I mean, it wasn't quite a decade. I think it was more like 5-6 years, but it's still insane that there was that particular counter that nobody saw.
Could have done much better on that one, gotta be honest. Wow. Okay, I'll take it, I guess.
Remember, damage doesn't matter. The amount of stuff you do does. So you were doing a lot of sync attacks. You were using a lot of items, which gives you points. You were getting the red matter. So yeah, it just depends on how you do kind of in the battle with the variety.
I get you, mate. I get you. But there was some red matter back here that I should go and mop up.
Meanwhile, a person over there is literally dying.
Okay, fucking fine. Been in the frame rate dimension enough as it is. 56%? Oh no. Oh no. That doesn't bode well.
No, we've still got a reasonable amount left of this chapter.
She's only unconscious. Let's get her back to the
I mean, we're into sort of the final sort of moments of it, but we're still talking probably another 20 minutes, half an hour, I would have thought.
Hey, that's fine, mate. We'll just do the one file today.
Yeah, I think that makes sense for all of us.
So the nice thing is it does tell you when you look at the gate, hey, you found 17 out of 22 items, and so much of this, and so much that, so you know, you can know exactly what you need. Also, hey, thank you, robot, for carrying this person out.
Woohoo!
It's a good job we fixed him up, otherwise this would have been a disaster.
Everything's fine. Oh no, everything's not fine.
Everything is definitely not okay.
Just getting your way around here. Thanks for the save back there.
Okay, I guess we're not gonna take any photos while we're doing this then.
No, let's save the people first before we worry about photo taking.
Plus, most of these are enemies that I think we've already got, being the basic mooks here.
I don't think we've got well, we won't have photos of them because, you know, we didn't have the camera until this particular chapter, but...
You are correct.
But that doesn't really matter because, yeah, there's people's lives at stake here, so now is not the time for some photo taking.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm feeling my action game senses coming back to me.
And you got a greasy bolt.
Ew. Not great, but I'll take it, I guess. Oh no.
You know, I was expecting 1 or 2 missions of, you know, procedures going kind of normally before we went into, no, by you going to the realm, it let them come in and invade, but no, it seems like we got that rather early. Like, this should be an episode 7 twist, not an episode 2 twist.
There you go. More points for me. Bye. What else you got? Come on, you pussy, send your best.
Well, it's funny you should mention that.
Did someone call for a weeaboo?
God, he's so powerful. He must have read at least 60 mangas. Alright, Rich, tell us what Diomedes means.
So, Diomedes, the name literally means godlike cunning or advised by Zeus. But he's a hero in Greek mythology known for his participation in the Trojan War. So he became the king of Argos, and yes, he's regarded alongside Ajax the Great and Agamemnon after Achilles as one of the best warriors of all the Achaeans in terms of prowess. He later founded 10 or more Italian cities.
Nice.
So we have this guy to thank for, like, meatballs?
Not quite that. He founded cities, didn't found Italy.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. It would have been funny, though, if, like, we had all these Greek names and then this guy comes out and his name was, like, Tokugawa Ieyasu or something.
Yeah, but then also that wouldn't surprise me.
Kicked his shit in, fam.
Yeah, good lord.
Mwah. Couldn't have been anything else other than an S+ there.
And your prize is a broken Gucci bag.
Thank you.
Don't beat yourself up too much. You did everything you could.
Olive, did you not see the S+ I got just there? That's nice, but I saw the C rank inside the frame rate dimension, alright? Yeah, we're not grading on a curve here. Get on with it.
Now, I don't know whether if you talk to the people you can get a little bonus from them.
Ah, yeah, good point.
I think they might give you items for helping. So I think the reason she said don't beat yourself up is because I think one person died.
Oh, well, I tried. Not hard, but I tried. Dum-da-dum. Gonna get my red matter up in here.
while you can go kind of straight to where you have to go and, continue with the plot, of course, exploring will lead stuff even in times of crisis like this.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So there are some bonus gates that you can go into they're basically just extra battle challenges. But obviously, if you want to get your best ranks for your finals, then you're going to want to do all of them.
You got it, mate.
You'll also want to get these for, there's sometimes good collectibles in them. The nice thing is, after you beat them, any items that are dropped by the enemies are all automatically collected for you, so you don't have to worry about collecting them in battle. You can just, finish them off, and then you'll just see, 40 items enter your inventory, which is real nice.
Nice. Is that it? That all you got?
No, we're only 40% done here.
Usually 3 waves, because you can see it says we're at 40%, meaning that we're, we have a little bit more to do.
You want me to give it the old Zambatsu, did you? Here we go. Shazam.
You have to be really quick, because they will try and move away so that you can't hit them. I think in the first couple chapters they're pretty lenient about it, but as you go on, eventually they'll be like, no, I'm not going to let you get a clear line of sight at me, and make it so that you have to kind of jump around in Zandatsu form.
Oh, I love that follow-up. There you go. Whew!
I think we have one final wave.
Hello, fella. Always gets me with his bloody shockwave, so he does.
Yeah, and it's a little bit worse now because of the cares waiting about.
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. I'm on it.
Oh, I know you're on. I'm just saying it doesn't make these big brutes any more pleasant.
Big shiny brutes.
Yes, I seize them. No.
This is what I mean. He kind of tries and goes behind the enemies, or goes in a way that it's really difficult to get that perfect line of sight going. And it does stun them too, so you can easily deal with them. Like I said, in about one combo.
Coolio. Alright, let's get some stank on this Legion. Get him!
The bigger they are, the more targets they are for the summoned swords.
Ah, yes.
The summoned swords themselves can even take back damage, which will lead to, those critical hits. You can also get it for aiming for the head. For these enemies, it's a bit easier. For the smaller human-type ones, when they're like, if you aim for the head, you can do critical hits. It's like, when will that ever happen? But for these big enemies, if they're ever, say, on the ground and you can hit their head, you do get those bonus hits as well.
Yeah.
So anime. Yoink.
So you can run around and grab the items, but if you miss them, you'll still get them here.
That's cool. Ah, nice.
But it was an S+.
Shut up, you.
It's okay.
There you go.
So there's actually different things. There's the locks on there. The locks are blocked by your actual... it's their ranking. So as you increase the number of abilities you have, their ranking goes up. So as such, you want to try and you can't focus rush right to certain abilities. You have to get others to get your ranking up.
Ability slots. More power.
Ability slots are pretty good though, because then you can equip more stuff.
I know. Okay, I'll get some, I guess.
Because one of the ones that was there was auto item pickup I saw you picked up, so that'd be good.
Alrighty. We got new orders. You gotta tell Billy after this. Don't not tell Billy after this. Premium material code. Very, very nice.
And unlike its name, you do not have to pay a premium currency to get it.
Oh, look at all these things over here. I'm gonna get them. Hold on, Rock Howard's on the way.
So as you can see, we're like running through the same area from before, but the fact is we can, it's different. Certain doors are open, certain doors are closed, so it's not exactly the same.
Of course
So we have another gate here. Now there is one also behind us, but it's blocked by a large container, and that container is not one that we can actually move right now, so we won't be able to do that one.
Which is a bit annoying. I will say, like, even though I totally understand why they do things like that in certain games, I do much prefer it when you have the ability to complete a chapter the first time round that you do it. Because at least then, if you miss stuff, you kind of go, well, I'm going back because I know that I missed it because I just didn't look hard enough. It's not that, the game's forcing you to go back if you want to collect everything.
God, time my dodge is better. Or just get good, I suppose.
Well, Todd, obviously the answer is always get good.
I know.
You're playing a platinum game, it's like in the job description or something.
Come on. Time together, there we go. Peace out, mate. Eventually.
So one of the abilities you did get there was the perfect call ability. So if you're about to get hit, you can summon out your dude, and he will do a counter. Again, it is like the best ability for dealing damage, but the timing on it is really precise. You kind of have to mash the call button if you really want it to work well. See, you're taking the big sword versus big sword approach, which is pretty anime.
It's also really the right way to go about it because the Gladius just sort of decimates everything in its path.
It's the best one for dealing actual damage to enemies to make, your character be a force to be reckoned with.
Steady now, Tom, steady now. I'm not very good at tying up a chain, it seems.
There's an ability that you later on get, which has your character spin the Legion around, which will get anyone in the way. So you do get some that help you there. Actually, another one of the abilities you got is one called Hit Rush, which actually unchains the Legion. Now, this ability is really good as you get more Legions, because you can unchain a Legion and then switch to your next one. And all of a sudden, you now have 2 stands out at once. That's pretty cool.
Ooh. I like the way Tanner talks, and I like the way Tanner thinks. You, Richie, you could stand to improve, honestly.
Rude?
I'm just saying, man. No, I'm just kidding. Your commentary's great.
A big ol' hand icon on there is one that we can't deal with, sadly.
Alas.
We do not have the skills to deal with that just yet, but it's okay, because we've got more than enough to deal with everywhere else.
I mean, we could easily climb over it, but video game jokes.
Jesus, this place, it was kind of grody before, now it's really gone to shit.
That's what happens when those chimeras move in.
Yeah, I think we've been there before, Tanner, in the Spyro playthrough. You want to fight?
There's sometimes you do a fight and it's just like you and your Legion are like right side by side, and you just utterly decimate them, and it feels so good. Just to pop them like a pimple in a pimple popping YouTube video.
Ew, no, thank you.
Don't watch those. Don't watch those. I don't know why people do that. That's weird.
You are kind of talking to someone who is perfectly fine with that stuff.
Maybe you shouldn't be, Richie. Maybe you shouldn't be.
I mean, yes, but also oddly satisfying.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it's no Funky Kong ASMR, I'll just say that.
Now, apparently these guys actually do have hit points, and you can whittle them down the normal way.
Really? Huh.
Not getting that chest anytime soon.
Nope.
So, the vendors actually have different personalities in each area. The ones here are rude, and they try to be a little mean to you.
Maybe I'll let them burn then.
It's not like I want you to let me burn or anything, but Babaka.
Desune. It's okay. I don't know Japanese, none of us here do.
I mean, I know a bit.
No you don't, Tanner.
I've watched enough anime!
Like, I'm completely gaslighting you and whatnot.
Hey, and we got our twin here to help us a bit. I mean, as much as they can, with the fact that we have, you know, super legion powers and they just have a gun. But hey, damage is damage.
Well, they're doing like DPS and whatnot, so... Oh boy, little guys. This is what we need right now.
Well, of course it's what we need right now, but...
Richie, don't just take what I say and then, like, add emphasis onto it. I'm just saying, you do this every single time I say something in some commentaries.
Well, it's because I do this every single time in some commentaries. you just set these things up perfectly, Tom.
I knew you were going to do that because you don't actually have a sense of humour and you can't make a joke, but I fell for it anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, I am perfect. I can write jokes, I just can't live with them. I've learnt this very well over the years.
Oh, Richie, we all have to be crap at something, mate. I'm crap at most things. Come on then, you dizzy bitch. Where you going? Oh, I want that follow-up move when you time up like that. It's so nice.
It really is. It's basically sort of the mudda.
We'll get to that actual ability, though, later, of course.
In your own time, Legion. I'm only doing all the work over here.
Yeah, but then he rips out the heart, which gives you delicious health back.
That's good health.
Not that you necessarily need the health at this moment in time, but it's still useful to have.
Yeah, look at all these S ranks I'm getting. With the plus and everything.
I told you. I could have dealt with that myself.
No, you couldn't.
Why'd you have to
really couldn't have done.
play hero like that? I'm Dad's kid, just like you are. I don't need any help killing chimeras.
Oh, that's awkward. I read chimeras as civilians, though.
I'll show you.
Well, I mean, the aberrations are civilians who've been redshifted, so...
Do you think some of those aberrations we killed were the quiz kids?
Who knows? Oh, think we found a ghost.
And I think we know this ghost.
You. It's the Bayonetta one with the shooty bang bang and whatnot.
Well, I mean, I was going to say it's the evil Legolas one, but... No! Tell you like, it's Hawkeye.
I'm going with other Platinum Games things there, mate.
At which point it'd be, oh god, what's the bloody bow called?
The insect bow from Bayonetta 2, whose name is not as memorable as any of them in Bayonetta 1.
Kafka, that's it.
First things first. What are you doing? Follow them.
Alright, let's do this shit. We got another Legion to catch, an assist to save, and a file to end.
Yep, because, oh boy, 2 hours and 20.
It's cool, mate, don't worry about it.
Oh, I know, it's cool. It's just like, as I was saying, some of these can get bloody long.
Alright, let's go fight as a Legion.
Okay, looks like you're in. So far, so good. I'm honing in on Oculus position.
Make sure you get the red goo. Unisex will not forgive you if you miss even a smidge of red goo.
So remember, if you get 80%, you still get a little bonus, but it's It's definitely doable in a playthrough without all the powers, but getting that 100 is not really as much. Oh, you gotta talk to this one, because it's like suffering.
Oh, the boogie vendor.
Iris, shut down. What can I do for today?
Oh, awkward.
Let's have a chat.
What will tomorrow's be? Sorry, gotta go.
You know, you're probably the last person that I'll ever talk to ever again.
Probably.
Creator, why did you program me with loneliness?
Why did you allow me to sense time? Really, I could have done without that. That'd be awful for a robot if it could feel entropy. Well, whatever.
But also, that's exactly the type of thing that humanity would do.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, you gotta program in the robot's ability to feel time so that it effectively does the dishes, you know? So that it effectively cleans and does all the stuff that we make it do.
You're talking about, I'm pretty sure, a David Cage game there.
No, I'm talking about Nier Automata, a good game dealing with robots.
Oh, okay. You got me. Oh god, where do you guys come from?
We heard David Cage!
We love his games.
Omnicron is a hidden masterpiece.
That's probably the only Quantic Dream game I haven't played.
Don't! If you do, we'll see Ode to Hellfire commentaries on this channel soon.
Oh lordy. Well, don't worry, it has to be a Kingdom Hearts game that breaks the channel first.
Well, why does it have to be a Kingdom Hearts game? Surely it could be a Sonic game as well.
No, that's not how it works in YouTuber law, mate.
Fair.
Every time there's like a breakup of a group and whatnot, it's preceded by a Kingdom Hearts playthrough. Don't ask, it just happens like that for some strange reason.
I mean, the first thing they hear is when you walk away, and that makes them go, huh, that's not a bad idea.
Imagine if I walked away and they didn't hear me say, please don't go. Hello.
Well, that's exactly why they wouldn't hear you say, please don't go, because you're saying hello all the bloody time.
Funny, Richie.
You see, I try. Don't always succeed, but I try, goddammit.
And Lord, does he try. Got your heart. Yes, don't worry, I saw the chest.
Good. Hey. Whoa, we're learning.
Slowly, but we're learning. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
So this is a fun little mechanic here where for the puzzle you gotta line them up and hit them with your Zandatsu mode.
Let's do this shit then.
You can tilt it to do different directions, but for the most part they usually let it so you can just line them up either exactly vertically or horizontally. You don't usually go diagonally.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I think it's only in some of the later, like in some of the boss fights that occur at certain points where they do get you to do the more creative directions.
Oh, I think we're right on top of the boss now, actually.
Well, this is just showing the next location where you have to go. And then it moves it. This is the breadcrumbing.
Yeah, but we are definitely getting close.
Hello. There's a chest down there.
And we get some more medicine. And thankfully that lowers so that you don't have to fall all the way down, because that would be annoying. Then you get to do it. Hey, they know how to make good level design sometimes.
Quality of life features, that's what they are.
Also, oh, you're so close to 80%! And you've done it!
Yay! Do you just have to get 80% for it to count?
There's one for 80 and one for 100, if I'm correct.
Nice.
That shouldn't have worked, but we take it.
We take it, so we do. Where is we at?
Seems we is going down.
Dum-da-dum. Ah, here we go.
Yep, that's a boss fight arena.
It's a big ol' arena for you to move around in and deal lots of damage in.
An annoying boss fight arena. I can't say this is my favourite fight in the world, but hey.
Holes in the ground that you gotta deal with. Makes it a little bit trickier than your average, you know, circular arena that you usually have.
You're not dealing with your average boss arena anymore. It's a one with holes is what it is. Ah!
Which again would be fine if we could jump.
You can jump, Tanner. Just stop being a little bitch about it.
The gods of this universe have blessed us with legs that can, you know, survive any fall, but we cannot jump of our own accord.
Yeah, that's the trade-off, you see. You don't want to be too OP. Like, comic, like, Looney Tunes stars going around her head. It's the long-range one, whose name is... Fuck yeah, play that Legion theme, motherfucker!
And obviously don't forget to get your photo.
Shit.
Don't forget your photo as you are pierced by 1,000 arrows.
Where'd it go?
He's a wily boy. He likes to warp around and then pick you off from afar, like someone who is unfair in an online shooting game.
I see. Come on, I'm just trying to take your photo over here.
That's a sick pose. That's good. We like that.
Yeah. Let's do this shit.
So yeah, he will try and attack you from far away. You'll approach him, and then he will warp away. So you want to use either some ranged attacks or send out your Legion to do some stuff. He is a bit weaker, though, than your average one, you know, what with being a sniper type.
Oh, I see what you wanted me to do here. Nope, that wasn't it.
I don't think you actually need to do that. I think those are just there if you want to get around quicker.
I know.
They are, yes, and can't say that they are the most helpful things in the world.
Right, go ham.
So yeah, later on you get sync attacks that go off that, which are quite useful. As you can see, you're taking out chunks of his HP because he's a bit weaker.
Oh, Zandatsu.
Yeah, if only he could make walls that didn't have, you know, the one thing we can break in the middle.
Exactly. Oh.
The nice thing is it can go through walls. You just gotta make sure it's lined up perfectly.
This is another reason why I'm not the biggest fan of this fight.
Oh, didn't even think about that.
Gotcha.
Wow, swoosed right on through.
And he's out. Well, two can play the run hard game, mate. Because I'm a coward. Yeah.
And remember, you do have the focus too, which will slow it down for you.
I got him, mate.
We don't need to bloody focus. Tom's got this.
I'm coming for you, sucker.
What? I can't believe he's approaching me through ways of this platform's being able to be moved through.
Keep it moving, Tom. Keep it moving. Ho ho! A wall, is it?
Yes, a moving wall.
Air combos on him.
Go, go, Ultra Ball. Down and be special, bitch! Come on.
Gotta wait for the 3 shakes.
Yeah!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Bravo.
Would you like to name your Arrow Legion? Shooty Shooty Bang Bang Machine. Not good enough. Name rejected.
It has an Estonian curse word, so you can't put it in.
Alright, how'd you rate me on that? S+. Just gotta be quick about it.
You recaptured the Arrow Legion.
I wouldn't say I used Arrow Legion all that much, but it is a very handy-dandy. Almost called it a stand there, a Legion.
We've gotta focus on Akira.
It is good for when you're dealing with those far-off enemies, as it can shoot them. It has some good abilities for when you use its Unchained ability, so you can kind of send it out. It'll do some blasting, and then you can switch off to another Legion. You can also change the order of them in the menu, which is quite useful. So it's pretty good.
There we go. Here's Arrow. Give it some stuff.
The other thing that's really helpful is that gene codes, I do believe, get them for both, well, for all of your legions. So, am I right in that, Tanner, or am I completely off
No,
there?
you're actually wrong. You do have to kind of pick and choose which ones you give it to. They are shared amongst them all. So you'll usually have yours that are the ones you use more will be ranked up quite a bit more than the others, which is just how it goes.
Yeah, no. See, I'm thinking of completely different games. It's how it works. So, like, sometimes you get games where you do get to use them across. You get to use the same ones multiple times across different characters, and sometimes you don't. I think I'm probably thinking of Tokyo Mirage Sessions for something.
Possibly, mate. Possibly. Ah. Here's the Arrows field ability. You can shoot things.
Mm-hmm.
Which can be used in combat, but it's mostly used for puzzles. Anything involving switches that you can kind of hit them with, you can shoot from afar.
Yes. The other thing the Arrow Legion has is that it has the ability to extend the chain further than any of your other legions, actually.
Oh, didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it's pretty lengthy, actually. Ah, there we go. One rescued sister, and I got a bunch of S ranks and whatnot. Also, we picked up an item called a Lappy Special. Here's a hint for you. Save that until the final boss. You'll thank me later.
It's dog pee!
No, it's not. The special isn't ironic, alright? It was made with love and care by Lappy himself. Bomber clots. Woohoo! That loading goes up super fast after 25%. I could have done that myself.
Oh, good. The alarm stopped.
Oh, I see. You ain't got any biting criticism now, Akira.
I guess that's a given. Hey!
Oh, the kitty cat. Rock's like, really? Seriously?
That's what's important right now.
And, oh. Nope, this is where the bum was sleeping. Dare I look behind the forbidden door? There's cats here!
I will say it's pretty funny when you play as the female main character instead of it. You get the male character being like, "Oh my god, the cats are so cute, I love them," which is quite different, you know, in terms of it than when you're playing as the guy here.
Dad used to come here and take care of these cats.
So yeah, he was the big guy, was Max, the dude was talking about
Anything
earlier.
can happen to them. Rules are rules, even for the captain.
Catman was Dadman.
And now he's dead, man.
And he couldn't bring them home because
Not the DC character, don't sue.
Feels bad, man.
Shut up.
He could come by to check on them while he was out on patrol.
Yeah, he didn't really get as many cases as he probably should have done solved, but hey, the cats are alive, so...
He told me I could help out.
Theme of reminiscing about better times.
That meant you too. Dad really wanted to save the world. The whole world, not just the humans.
Noticing a distinct lack of dogs, though.
I know, it's a
He
shame.
really was an incredible person.
It's actually because Japan doesn't like dogs as much as cats, and the reason is quite simple. Small apartments. You know, cats will love a small apartment, but you only get dogs really in the country in Japan. Can't really have a dog in the city very easily.
That's fair.
Hello? Come on. You've got to at least give me a heads up before you run off somewhere.
Sorry, I was looking at cats.
You do know I can have them dock your pay if you don't listen to me, right?
That's alright. I'll just take cats as extra payment.
Your raise will go from 2 cats a week to 3 cats a week.
Oh, bellissimo.
We're on our way back to HQ.
Ugh, Akira, you've got to be more careful. Okay, hurry on back.
She was pretty reckless, this file, so
Roger.
she deserves that reprimanding.
Yeah, her recklessness is only going to continue, I feel.
I know
Not
my
a word
tropes,
to
don't worry,
anyone,
Richie.
Especially not Marie.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't remember File 3 being that long.
I did.
Well, thankfully, I think we're past the big tutorials and whatnot at the beginning now, so apart from, like, mini-games or side quests, we can go straight to the mission next time.
Oh, welcome back.
God, she can smell cat mysteries from a mile away.
So sorry. I had you all wrong. You're such a big sweetie.
The fuck do you say? While I'm standing here wearing my Slifer red shirt?
I'll be sure to bring you some cat food next time.
I'm sure you'll like it too, like I do.
Wait, how did she hear?
Rock's like, I didn't say
You
shit.
report to the commander. And forget it. I think I'd better go talk to Marie.
Still a little bit salty about us stealing her stand, I feel.
Well, sorry, I wear it better.
Details. I saw everything from here. I didn't expect we'd ever see the Lost Legions again, much less like this.
I have to say, your new colour will look pretty sweet on it, Rock.
Core fusion. It's breathtaking.
Well, I have to say, him saying, I never thought we'd see them again, it's just like, mate, like, they're gonna have a vendetta against us for, one, creating them, and, two, enslaving them, so, makes sense we'd see them again.
It seems you can wield both interchangeably.
But not at the same time, that would be too cool.
Unless one of them is unchained, but don't do that for too long, because that'd probably be really bad.
That is all. You may return to your duties.
I have to sit here and tell a small boy to get into a robot again. Alright, what did we get? Oh, A rank overall, and I only missed one red case, nice.
That was the one that we couldn't go through through the door there, so yeah.
Nice, nice. And I only missed one blue thing as well. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're done. We got the Arrow Legion back on our side. It's gonna look even fresh the next time you see it. But for now, we are done. So yeah, move on to the next. We'll get a level up. We're Officer Plus now. Health and Duty go up. And the arrows has been upgraded to display height and whatnot. We can sniff those manlets out and finally stomp them out for good. You heard. Oh, and we got the Lappy cap as well, so that's good. Yeah. Oh, I nearly ranked up again there. Holy shit. Whew. Alright guys, that's it for this part. We'll see you next time when File 4 commences. Thanks for watching Astral Chain thus far. See you next time. Bye bye.